What is up, PokePals? PokeGenetics here, coming at you with a video about Scopely purchasing Niantic Games for 3.5 billion with a B dollars. Now, that is the first point that I would like to mention, is they are spending a buttload of money on this game. I do not think that they're going to come in and immediately just go and then like, here's ads, here's over aggressive monetization. I don't think they're gonna do that. It just does not seem super likely. The game would maybe progressively slowly get worse, but I don't think it's gonna be so quick. I don't think it's gonna be nearly as bad as everybody wants to say it's gonna be. That's another thing with that is they're not just buying the game, they're getting the developers as part of their staff as well. And the developers have shown, especially in recent time, that they are invested in the game, that they want to improve the game. Pokédex got an update finally. The Pokédex got that little feature to get notifications for a specific Pokemon. Dynamax has a lot of cool, like, dynamic battle system type vibes to it. And we finally got stuff like the Battle Pass and everything for the first time ever, which people have been saying Pokemon Go should have a Battle Pass. And it was pretty worthwhile Battle Pass for the most part. Like, even the free check was pretty decent. So they've been doing lots of little things to just like advance the game in little weird ways. Now, them getting developers that I feel like have shown a fair bit that they are up to updating the game and they want the game to be in the best state possible, that they've got a roadmap, they've got a vision, right? Also points me towards thinking that this is going to be okay for the game, because Niantic is focused on AR technology. They kind of always have been. The AR mapping and all that sort of stuff. Scopely is a game-based publisher. So while Scopely games in general can be a little more towards pay to win or like a little more time gatey, I think for Pokemon it will be okay. And that's largely because of the Pokemon Company, which I'll kind of go over in a little bit. But back to the developers and being, the game is moving over to a publisher that is focused on it being a game. So it being a game means like the gym system, which has been lacking for a while. It got like one update at one point, right? Maybe we see the gym gameplay improve. Maybe we see the 50 coins that you get from it every day improve. Like, at the very least, that you get the 50 coins, and then if you get another 50 in that day, it's stockpiles, right? Rating. We could see improvements to rating, like, because they're so gamer and community focused, like even more so than Niantic seem to be. They might make it where, like, even like, imagine you live in a rural area or you just don't really have an active community or like anything like that. You go to the one gym in your town. There's like two of you that play the game that you know of in that area. You don't see very much activity in the town. You queue up for that like Lugia raid or whatever it is, and then imagine there's just a little button in the top, Team Finder. It's like a dungeon finder in an MMO, right? You click it, and it just puts out, hey, we're doing this raid, we're looking for someone. And somebody else is like, they're at work, they're on their break, or they're stuck at home. For some reason they can't go out and do the raid in person, right? They just click the freaking team finder, and then they're in. They might still have to buy the remote raid pass or whatever, but we've already seen people are kind of willing to do that. So that's something that could prove. We could have in-game chats in the game finally. Maybe they would, because they're focused on the gaming and the community side of how those things go, you know? So there's like little things like that. Raiding could see plenty of improvements. We can maybe get Dynamax raids being remote applicable. We could see Shadows be forever remote applicable. we can see like just so many little improvements there. And then like the biggest one to me for improvement's sake could be PvP, right? There have been little, not little even, but like problems of PvP for a while that cause losses that you are not happy with, lag and what have you, as well as the meta gets kind of stale. They don't do a whole crap ton to super shake it up. Occasionally they come out with a new like 3-type meta or something like that. I think that the game could, moving forward with a game publisher more focused on the gamer side of it, get better on the PvP scale. Because the first thing would be maybe they do updates that are more impactful than just like little number changes and like, oh, this Pokemon can learn this move now. Like, what if they just come up with new ways to do the battles? What if Pokemon have abilities suddenly? Like, what if you could like dodge the attacks? Like, the systems have not changed very much. It's just been little numbers in the system. But if you move the game to focusing on the gaming side of it, suddenly maybe the developers have more room to wiggle and do that sort of thing. And then also like the fact that you only have 30 battles in a day, and then if you skip a day, you're just kind of screwed, right? What if they moved to some sort of stamina system where like you have 15 stamina, you deplete it 1 battle, 1 stamina. So you deplete the 15, and then within 2 to 4 hours or whatever it is, it's back at 15. You could do another 15. 2 to 4 hours later, you could do another 15. 2 to 4 hours later, you could do another 15. That's 60 battles within the 16 hours that you're awake. Or if it's 2 hours, it goes even crazier. Or they just remove the cap altogether and don't even do stamina. Or they keep the 30 cap, and like if you bought a pass for the season, you could go up to 60. Or if you want, you could pay $2 for the day to buy another set of 30. Like, there's little things that they could do where it's like they're monetizing it more. But it could be argued that it's an improvement. So on the Pokemon Company side of things, I think that the Pokemon Company is the #1 reason why we wouldn't see the game go balls to the walls with ads and predatory actions too much. Because most every other Pokemon game that is on mobile is pretty good for the most part. Like the most costly one I would say would probably be Unite, Pokemon Unite, but that's mostly costumes. And like, yes, you could get items and improve your items and get Pokemon, and you can speed that up via paying money. But you can do it all free to play on a pretty decent clip as well. So it's kind of fine. But then like Masters EX, it's gotcha, but you can do well enough on free to play on that. Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, which is the most recent mobile game release for Pokemon, is like the #1. Like, that game is set up so nicely for free to play. So nicely for free to play. And it's still making so much money. Like, it's crazy, right? And then, you know, Pokemon Thursday, Pokemon Cafe, Pokemon Sleep. There's so many little aspects that, so many little games and stuff that they do where it's like, I don't think it's going to be as aggressive of a nickel and diming as people are thinking. And I also do not think ads would be involved, because ads are not in any other game. And even if ads did end up in the game, if they did the ads as purely you get to choose to do it, so not like I click a raid, they make me watch an ad, and then I can do the raid. Like, I don't have a raid pass. I want a raid pass. I click a raid. They're like, you're out of raid passes. Would you like to watch an ad for a raid pass? That could be okay. It's not like amazing, but as long as you are asking the user to watch the ad and it's providing solid benefit, it's like I'm fine with it. They got to make their money too, right? Just don't force the ads down people's throats. Main thing. But again, I don't think that's going to be a huge thing because the Pokemon Company, Nintendo, Capcom for Monster Hunter Now side, like they're all involved in this. They all like their IP a certain way, and they're probably not going to want it to be so aggressively like just a mobile game, like a mobile game with overly ads, overly everything else. So I think that's all going to be fine. So all in all, I think this could be a very solid improvement for the game on the gameplay side, the community side, the just every aspect could improve. And at the end of the day, even if the game starts to go downhill for some reason, they overshoot and things start to get bad, Pokemon is not going anywhere. So if you lose Pokemon Go, you can go play the main series Pokemon games. You can go play Pokemon Unite. You can play Pokemon Troze, if that's still around. You can go play EX Masters. You can play all these different things Pokemon. You can go watch the anime. You can do all these things Pokemon. And like maybe Pokemon Go goes away one day, but games come, games go. You know, like it will be okay, and we don't have to look at this so negatively. That's my gist. We also have to wait and see. It could end up okay. So that's my gist. I think it could lead to a lot of improvements. I think it could lead to the monetization being like, maybe it gets a little more egregious, but it's better monetization than like, hey, $2 ticket and you get some encounters, you get a star piece and this thing. Like, maybe the monetization just gets better on a system side. More avatars, better looking, everything. Just like, there is a lot to look at from Scopely being a gaming focused company acquiring this, that it could be good. But that's it. Let me know in the comments what your opinions are on the matter. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.